time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
I am currently really struggling to understand the universe's plan for me.
Because I'm 33, how am I being perceived by men as I'm dating?
I'm 31 with no kids. How long do I sit and be like, oh, it'll come?
You'd ask me what my life would look like at 30, I don't think I would have imagined this.
Tired of being single? Well, maybe you should lower your standards a little bit.
If I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out.
What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about something that's all over social media right now. Women hitting their 30s and suddenly realizing they're single, lonely, and wondering where all the good men went. We're seeing viral posts, TikTok breakdowns, and honest confessions about how the dating game hits different when you're no longer in your 20s. If you've seen these conversations happening, or you're experiencing this yourself, let's break down what's really going on and why this is becoming such a widespread reality. Let's dive in.
I just saw a video where a woman was explaining that she feels like her husband doesn't see her. And she means literally, like she'd say something to him and he wouldn't even react. It was like she wasn't even there. So her therapist told her to try ghosting him. And what her therapist meant was like, don't talk to him, don't text him, don't call him, don't make him breakfast, don't talk to him. Just ghost him emotionally. So this wife did it. She ghosted her husband and it took him 3 days to notice and ask her what was wrong. We used to get married for protection. Men said we're less valuable if men use us up. So we need to find one man to marry us to maintain our value and to protect us from other men and to take care of us. That's what we used to get married for. What are y'all getting married for? Because a man who doesn't see you can't protect you. A man who doesn't see you can't take care of you. He can't pick you up if you're stranded on the side of the road. He can't save you if you're drowning. He certainly won't take care of you if you're sick. What are you getting married for? Is it love? A man who doesn't see you definitely doesn't love you. What are you getting married for?
I'm in my 40s. I've never been married. I have no children. Hello, my name is Jacqueline. I've noticed I've gained a few new followers, so I just wanted to do a very, very quick intro. My page just showcases what my reality is like in this single era. We're having fun, actually. I love traveling, health, fitness, self-love, self-care, positive vibes, living peacefully, worshiping God. That's what we do here. If that's your vibe, I'm so glad that you're here. Stick around. Some days are fun, some days are boring. I mean, I work a 9 to 5, so hey, that's my reality. I have to pay the bills. But work hard, play hard. When we play hard, we play hard. So I'm glad that you're here.
29. I've just moved back in with my parents. I've just come out of a 2-year relationship to someone that I thought I was going to get married and have kids with. Circumstances meant that I had to move out of the apartment pretty quick, and I was in love with my apartment and I was in love with where I was living. I was living like a street back from the beach. This was something that I'd manifested. This is something that I'd wanted for so long, and now I'm in suburbia, nowhere near a beach, nowhere near my friends. I'm driving like an hour and a half every day, every couple of days to go and see them and just like try and keep some normality in my life. Everything has just suddenly changed. My ex and I were supposed to travel Europe this year. We had plans to travel. We had plans. Our word for the New Year's. We broke up shortly after New Year's. Our word for the year was fun. I was meant to be having fun this year, guys.
Here's what's happening, and I'm seeing this everywhere. Women who spent their 20s focusing on career, travel, finding themselves, or just having fun are suddenly hitting 30 and realizing the dating pool has completely changed. The guys they used to have endless options with, they're either taken, married, or they've learned to be more selective too. And now there's this panic setting in. Like, wait, where did all the relationship-minded men go? Well, they didn't disappear, they just stopped waiting around.
Because I'm 33, how am I being perceived by men as I'm dating? Okay, so if a guy meets me and doesn't know anything about me, he doesn't know that I am not the girl who likes to jump right into a relationship. I like to take my time. I like to get to know somebody. Is he going to make assumptions about me because of my age? Right. Is my age now going to work against me in a way that I never really thought about when I was younger? And I'm only going to get older, hopefully. As I get older, if I'm still single, is it going to weigh more on dating? I was like, do I need to add something to my profile that's like, I'm, casually looking for something serious. I'm not trying to have a baby tomorrow. Right. And that's a whole other mental load on a single woman who's dating.
Also, I think the silver lining is it opens up another category of men that we just perhaps didn't think about before. Like men who are maybe a few years older than us. Maybe they already have a child, so they are not as freaked out by like the consequences of like having a kid and like they're life changing.
But like there's no way that we're actually like adults, right? My 40 and over people, like, do you still feel like you're like 20? Because I swear there's times when I have to be like, you're 40. You're not in your early 20s anymore. I have to like remind myself of that because mentally I'm still in my 20s. I am not that 40-year-old. I can remember being in the bar at 21 through 28, like when I had my daughter and we stopped going, and seeing women my age and being like, this old chick in the bar, and I'm the old chick now. When did this happen? Because I don't like it. I can't be the only. I know I am not the only one who doesn't actually believe that I'm the adult now. I'm responsible for 2 human beings' lives. I have 2 kids. I have a 12-year-old. I have a 7-year-old, and me and my husband are solely responsible for their lives, and that doesn't even seem like reality to me half the time. Because I think back, like, when I was a kid, my parents seemed, like, so grown as a kid. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm that grown. I can't be that grown. I'm 22. 40. Absolutely not. I'm 22.
All my 40 and over people, I have a question for you. Out of all of the friends and people you were with in school, middle school, high school, how many of those people do you still talk to? How many of those people are you actually friends with, like, on a deep level? How many of them can you just call up anytime and have a conversation and they know what you're talking about? I can count on no hands how many that is for me, because it's 0. Now, I'll tell you, growing up in school, I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of people around me. I had, at any time, a handful of people that I could always count on to call and whatever. And it's just not that way anymore. And I try to explain this to my daughter. She's 12 and she struggles a lot with not having enough friends. And I try to explain to her that the people in your life when you're 12 that you think are going to be your best friends forever, because that's what you say now and you're together and you share everything right now. I try to make her understand that those people likely will not be as important as you think they may be down the road. So I guess I'm just wondering how many 40 and over people have been able to maintain those relationships that you had since you were a child in school. How's that going?
The hard truth is that while these women were prioritizing everything except relationships, the men they would have wanted were building themselves up and finding partners who actually wanted to build with them. Now at 30, they're competing not just with women their age, but with 25-year-olds who are actually ready for commitment. And here's the kicker. The biological clock is ticking louder now. Suddenly, it's not just about finding someone fun to hang out with. It's about finding a life partner, someone to start a family with. And the urgency is real.
How's dating like in your 40s versus 20s?
I'd say dating in my 40s is so much better because I'm confident, I have more money, I know the things that I like and the things I don't like. I don't know, it's a lot better. And I'll tell you that I at first was like, okay, in my 40s, have I aged out? Like, are guys gonna be not as interested? And no, it's the opposite. Like, the younger guys like you, the older guys like you, the guys your age like you. You actually have a wide range, and I think as long as you're taking care of yourself and you're confident and I don't know, you just feel good, there's like this aura that you put out, then dating's fine. It's been so much fun.
Dating when you're 40 sucks. There's no way around it. It sucks. It sucks. I was on Tinder today, and I know it's, whatever. Sue me. And every man that I saw, or every 3 guys, was a scammer. They were fake. They're too pretty. They have the best job. They're athletic. They're just beautiful. They're in some exotic background, travel. You can just tell. There's no way that all of these guys are between 30 to 45 minutes or miles away from me. There's no way. And then the guys who are real, bless their heart. There's no in between anymore. Like, where are y'all? What am I supposed to do? I mean, I could go out more, should go out more or something. My daughter's 14. It should be easier for me to do this, and it's not. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what apps do you do. What apps? Do people use apps anymore? What are y'all doing to meet someone? It's very frustrating. I'm like this close to just giving up. Whatever.
Well, that's a wrap. Effective today, I'm off all the apps. I gave myself 1 month to try out a few different apps, and then if nothing came from it, or I would see where the matches got me, or I would see who I met, see how I felt. And let me tell you, I hated them. I hated it. I absolutely hate online dating. I think it's atrocious. After about 2, maybe 3 weeks, I was like, I'm done. And I wanted to end it. And I didn't, but now that they've expired as of today, and I feel so good about that, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back on. So I'm wondering, actually, to be very honest, I matched with like, I don't know, a dozen people who I went on dates with in the last month, and none of them were it. I mean, I'm not saying that it has to be 1 in 12 when I, have this little snippet of time in my life where I'm looking, but none of them were anything to really get excited about. Actually, the people that I liked the most are people that I met off of this app. Oddly enough, I've had quite a few really awesome people reach out and connect with me through DMs on TikTok. And I'm wondering, is this the new dating app? Is this where people are going? Is this where people are shooting their shots? So if that's the case, please like my videos and comment and save and share and do all the things to get my engagement out there, because maybe this is how I'll meet my guy. Maybe this is where I go. Maybe him watching all of these videos and hearing about me and seeing what I like and what I'm looking for and what I'm able to bring to the table is exactly what he's looking for and what he can bring to the table. So hook me up, my fellow TikTokers. Let me know and give my page a follow. Please and thank you.
How you doing? Okay, seriously, I have received 3 different text messages in the last 3 weeks from 3 different guys I casually dated or hung out with 3 years ago. Like, I have been in a relationship for almost 3 years with my boyfriend. And all of a sudden, in the last 2-3 weeks, 3 different guys have texted me randomly. One, hey, I was thinking about you. Okay, I didn't have his phone number in my phone anymore. I was like, who is this? And then another one reached out on like Facebook Messenger and was just like, hey, how's it going? And then one texted me who apparently I still had in my phone and was just like, hey, what is the point of this? Like, are you that lonely that you're just going through your contacts and reaching out to anybody who you had any interaction with, even if it's been like, I don't know, 1,000 days ago? I truly don't understand this. What is the mentality? What is the thought process on this? Let me know, because I don't understand. We are all like in our mid-40s, so we're not like young here. So please explain this to me.
Social media made it worse too. Instagram and TikTok sold them this fantasy that their 30s would be this glamorous hot girl era, but reality hit different. Those perfectly curated single girl in the city posts aren't looking so appealing when you're actually living it and coming home to an empty apartment every night. Meanwhile, they're watching their friend from high school posting family photos anniversary trips, kids' birthday parties. And they're realizing they chose the wrong priorities.
So this was highly requested. One of my videos just went semi-viral and there was a lot of triggering emotions. So a lot of people were really concerned about my age and me being single. So I'm here to break it down. I'm a business owner and I feel like that's a huge reason why I don't date. I am consumed with my work because I love what I do and it's super fulfilling. What my days look like is I wake up, go to the gym, then I drink my coffee for like an hour, check emails, go to work, and then I go home and I go to bed for my laptop before I go to bed. It's a boring life to some people. I'm not out at the bars or the clubs or the concerts. I'm not doing that anymore. I did that. And it's not fulfilling for me. It's not fun. So I took 2 years off to be single just so I can heal my trauma. If you had a happy-go-lucky childhood, that's totally fine. You may not have to do this. But I needed to heal some trauma so that I can be my highest version to give that to my partner. And I advise some people do the same. I can tell you right now, I have never been happier in my life. Not saying I don't want a man, just saying that I'm super freaking happy.
I am currently really struggling to understand the universe's plan for me. I don't get it. It's like I have so many wonderful things that I can share with somebody else. And it seems like whenever I even get the tiniest glimpse of hope, just the tiniest, it immediately disappears. Like, oh, I went on a second date with somebody else and connected with them and I want to try to pursue that. You were great though. You were great. But I was just second in line, I guess. And every time I say, that's okay because what's meant for me will find me. I truly believe that. But it's really hard to continue to stay hopeful and positive when just nothing works out. Like nothing. And I'm not going to settle. I don't want to lower my standards or accept less than I deserve because I would rather be alone. But my God, it's so draining. Dating is draining. And I just can't keep doing it. So at what point do you just accept being single forever? I don't know.
If I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out. Because what y'all don't get is us girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school, we started our businesses, we bought houses. We've been doing this shit on our own. We've been on our independent woman shit. And you talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My mans, I'm trying to have some babies. And you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me fucked up.
Hold up. Let me get this straight. So this woman is basically admitting that in her 20s, she had access to ambitious men who wanted a partner to build something real with. Men who were looking for their ride or die, someone to grow an empire with together. And she what? Wasn't interested in that? Didn't want to build? But now in her 30s, suddenly she's ready for that partnership energy? Now she wants the empire? Girl, where was this energy 10 years ago when these men were actually available and looking for exactly that? This is the problem right here. These men weren't asking for much. They wanted a woman who matched their ambition, who wanted to grow together, build something meaningful. But back then, that probably seemed like too much work or too serious. It was easier to focus on having fun, living that independent life. Now, those same ambitious men, they found women who said yes when they were building. They found partners who were ready to put in work from day one. And guess what? Those couples are thriving now. They've got their empires, they've got their partnerships. But somehow it's everyone else's fault that she missed the memo. The audacity is incredible. You can't reject the foundation and then complain that the house is already built when you finally show up ready to move in.
Okay, I was just humbled, the most I've ever been humbled. I'm at Home Depot, and you know how all the girls do that little trend where they're like, just walk around Home Depot and pretend like you're lost to find your next guy. Literally, nobody helped me or even like approached me. I was there for an hour and I was just like kind of walking around. I had some stuff I actually had to pick up, but like, that's embarrassing for me.
People say to me like, aren't you scared being single in your 30s? And I'm like, no, I have a career. I don't need anything from anybody. And I've never been in that position before, I don't think. But I think it's like such an empowering thing to be single right now. I'm like, I feel like I'm in my 20s, but with money, purpose, and fulfillment and all of that.
40s is the new 20s. And so I think the fact that society puts this pressure on women, like, you need to be married, you need to have kids. Well, I think it's much worse to be married and have children with the wrong person.
And that's exactly what we're seeing everywhere. Women who had their pick of ambitious, relationship-minded men in their 20s, but chose to pass because building something together seemed like too much commitment or too much work. Now, they're wondering where all the good men went. Here's the reality check. Those men didn't disappear. They just found women who were ready to say yes when it mattered. They found partners who wanted to build empires too, who saw the vision and wanted to be part of it from the ground up. You can't spend a decade turning down architects and then complain when all the good buildings are already constructed. Those women who said yes early, they're reaping the benefits now. The successful partnerships, the built wealth, the solid relationships. Meanwhile, the women who thought they had endless time are realizing the game changed while they weren't paying attention. The lesson here isn't complicated. Recognize opportunity when it's in front of you and understand that high-value people don't wait around forever. They find others who match their energy and vision. What do you think? Have you seen this pattern playing out? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your perspective on this. If this resonated with you, smash that like button and subscribe for more real talk about modern dating and relationships. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we break down these topics that everyone's thinking but not everyone's saying. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we keep it real.